Hello everyone, this is Jeremy and you are watching Retro Fat. This is a channel that started about the Power Rangers and then kind of morphed into weight loss and cancer because I'm trying to lose weight, and I am successfully, by the way, and I also had cancer, but I'm better. But it's pretty much turned into a Just the 10 of Us channel, and I'm okay with that and plan for it to stay that way for as long as I can find content to produce. We started around this time last March with the pilot. I had these terrible bootleg copies. I was contacted by a fellow fan who said, hey, I have some clean copies. Give me your address and I'll send them to you. And since then, I've been reviewing really good non-syndicated versions of Just the 10 of Us. I started where I stopped with the bootlegs, which means I have about the first 9 episodes or so to go through. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do after that, but I promise I'm going to keep doing something. So today we are watching the pilot, which was officially, I guess, titled Move It or Lose It. This episode was directed by John Tracy, written by Steve Marshall and Dan Gunselman, and it first aired on April 26th, 1988. If you're watching this today, I posted it. You're watching this on April 28th, 2022. So we're talking 34 years since the pilot aired. Before I get into this, let me just say I'm amazed at how much love and support I have seen for Just the 10 of Us. I've gotten to meet and interact with several of the cast, Bill Kirkenbauer, Heather Langenkamp, Brooke Theus, Joanne Willette, Evan Arnold, who played Doozler. I think that's everyone. Several of the writers. It's amazing, and I could not be happier with how this has all turned out. This is a labor of love. So Warner Brothers, if you're watching this, I am not making a dime off of this, so please don't shut me down. I said I was going to try and have some addresses for how we can write some letters, but I'm still kind of looking for the right person to contact at Warner Brothers so we can say, hey, we love Just the 10 of Us, and we'd like to see it rebooted or revived in some way. So I don't want to just say email Warner Brothers, although that's certainly an option. I'm still looking for exactly who to contact. If any of you out there know someone who would be a good person to contact, let me know, and I will happily talk about it here on this channel. For those of you who are new, let me clarify a few things first. So I am not selling copies of the tapes. I am not giving out copies of the tapes or anything like that. The person who gave me the clean copies said, please just use them on this channel. Don't distribute them. And that's what I'm going to do. I address this all the time, but I get no less than 10 emails a month from people begging me for copies, and I promised I wouldn't, so I can't. This is, you can see them here, and I do my best to keep my mouth shut until a scene breaks, so that way you can still largely watch. Every so often I get a comment that says something like, well, I really wish that fat guy would shut up. That's why I'm doing this. YouTube would not let me just post the episodes as they are. I'm reacting to them. And also, even though I've gotten a few people saying like, yeah, the big guy's the worst, referring to me, I've also gotten a ton of people who have said, hey, I love hearing your comments, and thank you so much. I feel like I've gotten to know many of you through these comments, and it's awesome. We're building a little Just the 10 of Us community here, and I love it. There is a Just the 10 of Us Facebook group. Find it. Just search for Just the 10 of Us with the number 10, not the word 10, and that'll bring that up. I even posted my reactions to the 2-episode spinoff of Growing Pains just last week. I tried to post it on YouTube. YouTube smacked me down hard for that, so that's not going to happen. So here it is. We're starting back with the pilot. I did not watch my reaction from last time, so hopefully I'll say some new insightful things. But in any event, let's watch Just the 10 of Us together. We're starting over from episode 1. Let's go.
April 2nd, moving day. It's official. My life is over. I know I've used this phrase before in this journal, but this time I really mean it. My life is over. And who's responsible for doing this to me? My own father. My own father. Right. We can be modern-day pioneers, saith Dad. Ha! Let's trade these graffiti-covered walls for the American dream. right. The man babbles senselessly about being able to go to bed at night without locking the doors. Why anybody would want to do such an insane thing is beyond me. And standing blindly at his side is dear, sweet mother, her belly yet again swollen with child. How gothic. Poor Wendy will never have to choose which of the Babat's boys she likes the best. And Cindy, that delicate eastern flower, will have to moisturize like crazy in the dry western air. And Sherry's reign as the top student at St. Paul's will be cruelly cut short. Pathetic Marie, after just figuring out she can sneak in late using the fire escape, will never get a chance to use that information. And baby Harvey will no longer be lulled to sleep by the soothing sound of jets coming into JFK. Only Pig Breath is excited by the stupid move, and that's only because he's running out of kids to fight around here.
Hey, JR, you're gonna be a Californian, huh? What did you call me?
I need the chair.
I'm right in the middle of a thought. And me, Constance Lubbock, am I doomed to be wrenched from the bosom of hearth and home at the most critical time in my pubescent development?
Here in the West, we're living the best bonanza. With a hat and a rope and a heart full of hope, we're planting a family tree.
Graham, we've forgotten one of our children.
Dad! What about me?
Okay, so the first thing, obviously, I have to address the time code at the bottom. I don't know why that's there. I did not put it there. It is what it is. This is still the cleanest copy of the pilot. It's the only episode that has this. So let's just get that out of the way. So there it is. You know, you can keep track of how far into the episode we are. Just subtract a minute. The other thing that this episode started on April 2nd. Pay attention to that. That's going to come into play here in just a moment. We saw some good backstory here if you kind of paid attention. So like we saw Elizabeth saying goodbye to her friends, which we don't really get throughout the entirety of this series. We don't get a lot of friendship storylines from Elizabeth. Her role is mom, wife, and, good Catholic. Other than one episode very soon where they go camping, I can't really think of anybody she interacts with much outside of the school, the church, or her family, if ever, to be quite honest, other than that one. We're still at this point in the series where our characterizations are still being found. Marie is weird in a different way in the pilot than we find her to be weird later. Cindy is not the ditzy, lovable doof we're going to have in about 5 or 6 episodes. Wendy is boy crazy. Wendy remains boy crazy, but she's kind of the ditz in these first few episodes. And if you've watched me before, you know that I hold a theory that Wendy Lubbock is the smartest of all the Lubbock children. So you can't scheme the way she does without having, a good head on your shoulders. Connie's voice holds really true, and I think having her do like the journal writing opening was a clever way to get this started. So remember, they started out on April 2nd, driving from New York to Eureka, California. All right, here we go.
And I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball, take it minute by minute, I just might make the Hall of Fame. What can I say? I'm doing it the best I can. Leaning on nobody but me. Oh, seeing it from where I stand. Nothing comes easy. At the end of every one of my days, a house with all of the bases.
April 26th. We arrive at Daddy's new school, St. Augustine's in Eureka, California. It's official. My life is over. I know I've used this phrase before in this journal, but this time I really mean it. My life is over.
Now this is America. Take a deep breath. That's what you call your air. Breathe it, Elizabeth. Breathe.
Oh, nice, dear.
Come on, kids. Breathe. Breathe.
Dad, you can make us sleep here, but you can't make us breathe.
Red cotton or everybody just breathe for your father.
Mom, JR's starting to hyperventilate.
JR, honey, just calm down now.
You'll be fine, son.
Don't hold your breath.
What is with this place? There's nothing beyond those buildings but grass and trees and dirt.
That must be what the ground looks like before they pave it.
Yeah, well, I don't like it. Where are the guys? Oh, no. My skin is drying out already. Another week, it'll look like yours.
I can't wait to see the house they're letting us use.
House. Oh, Graham, isn't that a wonderful word?
Yeah. After all those years in an apartment.
There's our very own load-bearing walls.
This is going to be paradise.
Oh.
Excuse me for interrupting a sensitive moment like this, but we all want to go home.
Just a minute. Now, all of you who do not want to give this wonderful place a chance and only want to wallow in your own selfishness, raise your hands.
Well, you're not old enough to vote anyway. What the hell is that? What's with those yahoos? They act like they've never seen girls before.
Daddy, look!
This was an all-boys school?
April 26th. It's official. Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
So they left New York on April 2nd. They got to Eureka on April 26th. Took 24 days to drive across the country. That's a really slow pace, and it's never really explained. I mean, I wouldn't have expected them to just go like pedal to the metal as hard as they can. But that was a really lengthy trip. I just think that's worth noting. We have some really good exterior shots here that we don't ever really see again. Like this shot here, we see the house from kind of this angle, but not with like this rustic fence. The exterior shots we see of the house also that were like kind of like stock footage. That's not really the right word, but that they reused also doesn't exactly match up with what we see, on set later as well. But I mean, this is a beautifully filmed show, and I think that's something worth commenting on. And I have to say that I would certainly be very happy to live in a house that looked like this with that kind of view in the background as well.
Oh, Graham, our first house.
Hurry up, Daddy. I gotta go to the can.
Oh, Sherry, honey, ladies don't have to go to the can. Ladies have to powder their noses.
Okay, but if I don't get in there quick, I might sneeze in my pants.
Nice.
Ta-da! Wait, hold it.
Dad!
Now, if what you have to do is a lot more important than listening to what your father has to say, then just go right in.
How do you know?
Graham, I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, I was just going to say that moving into this nice new place here should remind us that the way we make a house a home is by loving each other and crapola like that.
That is so sweet.
I thought so.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Was there something else?
Remember, I couldn't do this when we first got married.
That's right. You had that groin pull. Oh, honey, it
sure is.
7 kids and 3 bedrooms.
Oh, Mom and Dad are just gonna have to sleep in the car.
Yeah. You tell them.
My life is definitely over.
This looks like something out of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Maria, I really don't think you should be so negative.
Who's being negative? I love it. There could be bodies anywhere.
Well, it is a little,
It isn't.
It is.
It isn't.
It is.
Okay, it is.
Do you think?
What?
Dirty.
Well, we can fix that.
You don't like it?
Well, of course I do. What do you mean, you don't?
Are you kidding?
Wow, this kitchen looks like a torture chamber.
All right, so again, Marie is a freak. She lets her freak flag fly in her own way. But this Marie is a little different than what we get later. We don't see her being like a horror movie buff. I think she even later makes a comment about how she would never watch one. Here she made the comment that it looks like something out of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Every Just a Ten of Us fan knows, and I will point out, I am wearing my Nancy t-shirt in honor of the pilot here. Her big role was Nancy in A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's Heather Langenkamp's first like big claim to fame. She played Heather played Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. She played herself in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Brooke Theus, who plays Wendy, was Debbie in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And then Joanne Willette was a girl on the bus in Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I really think Just the 10 of Us has kind of made her character from Nightmare 2 a little more in the horror zeitgeist than it would be otherwise, because there were 2 girls on that bus, and Joanne Willette's the only one we ever talk about. And it's because, again, of Just the 10 of Us. Tons of Nightmare references. We have, again, 3 of the 4 Lubbock babes were, Nightmare actresses. You'll notice that JR wears a ton of Freddy Krueger shirts and so forth. A lot of references like the one we just had. I love the fact that the show plays homage to it. And, it's, I think it's really, I've noticed there's a lot of overlap. There are a lot of Nightmare fans who are also Just the 10 of Us fans. I think I even heard, maybe it was in the reaction we did to the Virgin Islands episode, or maybe it was somewhere I've heard that Matt Shackman, who played JR, was kind of starstruck at getting to act with Heather Langenkamp because he was a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Homie.
Take that, you Californians!
You like this dump, JR?
You're talking to me, Sherry. I'm Sir JR.
If I'm talking to you, I'm crazy.
There's no way I'm gonna share a room with Sherry.
Hey!
It's basic math, Connie. There's only 3 bedrooms. So why don't you get stuck with Sherry?
I am in the room.
The oldest gets to pick first. I don't buy that for a minute.
What makes each of you think I share a room with you, Lugnut?
You don't have a choice. The oldest gets to pick first.
What did you say?
But I didn't mean to let you
Stuck with a runt.
Cindy!
Oh, darn. Wait, you know what? I'm out of lip gloss. I'm going to walk over to the student store and see if they have any in my shade.
You're wasting your time looking for lip gloss at an all-boys school. Heck, you're probably the only female who'd be... Oh.
I could use some darn lipstick, too. I'll get my coat. Wendy! Mom says it's your turn to change hard. That's okay, Wendy. I'll see if they have your shade. Desperation.
Just go get your change of clothes from the car.
Well, I feel like I'm leaving you in a lurch.
Oh, no. You go and meet your new boss. I know how nervous you get. And the girls now have this place spick and span.
Oh, except Cindy. She's out trolling.
Trolling? She doesn't know anything about fishing.
No, but she knows what she likes.
You come back here, young lady!
Good luck, honey, and don't worry, you've already got the job. You know, you two shouldn't frown so much. God just might freeze your faces that way. I've seen it happen. Hate physical work.
You hate mental work. What's left?
Did you see that?
All right, who's ever behind that fence better come out now if he knows what's good for him. Gee, we almost have enough for a ball team.
Observation: that fence in the USA bumpers, there was one where they had that exact image of the fence, and all the Lubbocks popped up, one at a time to lead into commercials and back and so forth. Cindy's character fascinates me. She's tough. Even ditzy Cindy is tough, but this Cindy is just a different creature. I can't help but wonder what the show would have looked like if they hadn't changed her to what she was. I'm glad they did. I really like the Cindy that we get. And it's weird her being the leader and not Wendy. That's just, my brain's having a hard time processing that.
Hello, I'm Coach Graham T. Lubbock, Sr. I'd be impressed.
I'm doing it. I haven't even sat down for an hour.
Take it easy, kid. You'll have a stroke.
Oh, I thought you were Coach Johnson.
I'm back, Mr. Dusler. And I pray to God those towels are picked up.
Hi, Coach. I'm Dwayne Johnson!
You are not, I am. How you doing, yo, little you?
How you doing? How long has it been?
You're still bald.
And you're still black. I bet you still can't break to the left.
I bet you still have to go to the can every time you get emotional.
Well, sometimes.
You two guys really know each other. It's really beautiful.
I don't believe you're finished cleaning up this locker room. Now move it, mister, move it. Come on in.
You're a little bit rough on that kid, weren't you?
Well, no rougher than you were on me.
Well, I had to be. You were a snot-nosed little kid who thought he knew everything.
I still am. Boy, I can't tell you how glad I am to see you here. Father Hargis, the dean, has been on me for weeks to fill this job. It's just lucky for me you were available.
Yeah, well, you should have told me it was you working here. I almost turned this job down to take one of the many other offers I had.
Man, this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll have another championship team, huh?
Another? I don't ever remember being on a winning team coached by you.
What? We won all city finals one year. What are you, crazy? You kept the game ball.
Of course I did. That's the first time I was ever a winner. And I wouldn't have been if you didn't kick my butt around the block on a regular basis. And I wanted to thank you for that. Just in case I never did.
Well, I gotta go to the can.
It's over here.
Oh, a private one, huh? And nice, too. Very fancy.
Coach Johnson?
Father Hargis?
Don't get up. Dwayne, I need a favor.
You're the boss.
Yes. Thing is, I have an opportunity, that is, we have an opportunity to do something for the school. If you meet with a gentleman who's expressed an interest in donating a large sum of money to my school. Our school.
And you want me to meet with him?
And it has nothing to do with you being black.
I'm black? Oh, my God!
I'm for fun, Duane, but you still owe me. I hired that Lubach friend of yours, didn't I?
Lubbock.
Whatever. And we didn't even need the guy. In fact, I was doing you a favor. Welcome to the St. Augustine family.
I wish Dwayne had been on the show a lot more. He's hysterical. I'm glad I get to watch some more episodes with him in them as we're restarting. He and Graham really played off of each other really well. Watching this really makes me miss. Oh gosh, I've completely forgotten his name. The man who plays Father Hargis. He passed away last year, and I feel terrible. His name has completely slipped. Frank Bonner. Gracious, that was going to drive me crazy. Really makes me miss Frank Bonner. This show had there were some really great actors on this show, and I ranted the entire time I did the last run through of this series that we were robbed of this show, and this proves it. There were so many good actors. There was great writing. The show was never canceled. It just wasn't picked back up by ABC because the then president, I believe, wanted only Miller Boyette shows on Friday nights. Like, why they should move this to another show. It did phenomenal in the ratings, and it was drugged to the curb. It's okay. We're going to have a requel. I'm sure of it. We just got to figure out who to write to at Warner Brothers. But what could have been?
So how was your day today, huh? Yeah, mine was a little rough, too.
Welcome home, honey.
Oh, that's real nice.
Come on, sit on your favorite spot in the couch.
Well, you know, I just wanted to tell you.
Just here for a minute.
Well, yeah, I'm sitting.
Gosh,
It's been
just
really
like New York, huh?
Yeah, it's funny you should mention New York because I think
exact same salami we used to get in the old neighborhood. Now, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, Elizabeth, it proves there's a God. Now
don't sit there like a doofus. Tell me how your day went.
Well, I've been trying to tell you ever since I walked in the door.
You don't have to get so testy.
No, I'm sorry. It's just that once I like to finish a sentence.
Mom, the chicken is browned. Now what do I do?
Oh, honey, I'll show you.
Elizabeth.
Oh, Graham. Sherry's been working on this meal all afternoon to surprise you. Just a minute.
Elizabeth, we're going back to New York. There, I said it.
The St. Augustine Glee Club wants to wish you and your daughters a hearty welcome.
Welcome to our world.
Okay, Graham, I'm all ears now. Graham?
That's 5 root beers, 1 fruit punch, 3 colas, and 2 virgin pina coladas. Yo, Dad.
I agree with Wendy. I don't think there's anything wrong with posing in the nude if it's done for the sake of art.
I'd do it.
Sam Hill is going on up here?
Dad! Hi, Dad!
Over here?
Dad, look what these nice young men are doing for us.
Yeah, they've been here working their cute bottoms off all day.
Neato, huh?
Yeah! Neato! Is this plugged in?
a lot, Dad.
Yeah, first
You
the boys-
Quiet! It doesn't make a difference because we're not staying.
Graham, what in the world are you talking? I suggest you all go to your rooms and pray. Graham, honey, what is wrong?
Well, the most recent thing that's wrong is that I didn't mean to end up in the kitchen. I made that right-hand turn like I usually do to go into our bedroom, except this isn't our bedroom because this isn't our apartment in New York.
You know, the same thing happened to me before we left.
They didn't hire me because I'm a good teacher. They didn't even hire me because they needed me. No, they hired me because... This time, I'm going to welcome them to my world.
No, Graham, honey, just go and sit down and cool off. I'll get rid of them.
I'll sit, but I won't cool.
And no one asked any of you to answer the door. Thank you very much. Mom!
Hello, I'm looking for
Dwayne.
Mrs. Lubbock.
Oh, honey, you haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you.
Number 8. Come in. And what the heck happened at work today?
Well, Father,
Honey, I'm sorry. Sit.
It's okay.
He
See,
found out I wrote you that letter, didn't he?
No.
Oh, Dwayne, if he ever found out I told you he needed a job, it would kill him.
Look, he won't find out.
You won't find out what?
Oh, honey, why didn't you tell me Dwayne was the coach here? Why, I'm so surprised I'm stunned. I must lie down.
Coach.
Dwayne, I meant what I said. I'm not interested in any mercy job.
Well, you made that crystal clear. Hey, isn't this the same salami we used to get back in New York?
Yeah, and New York is where we're going to be.
Slice?
I don't care. You're not going to change my mind.
Hey, look, I didn't come here to change your mind. Just wanted to give you a little going away present. For old time's sake.
You giving me your game ball?
Sure I am. I mean, it belongs to you more than it does me anyhow. I mean, you gave me the shot at quarterback.
Yeah, well, that's because I knew you were the best man for the job.
No, it wasn't. It was because the school said you had to because there weren't enough blacks on the team.
That is a complete and total... You knew about that?
Sure I did.
Well, I didn't treat you any differently than I did the rest.
That's right. You kicked my butt around that locker room on a regular basis.
It doesn't make a difference how you got the shot. What makes a difference is what you did with it.
Right.
This is a totally different situation.
How?
Well, because, but it just is.
Read what you wrote on the ball.
Quitters never quit. Winners never win. Makes absolutely no sense.
Well, you were a little excited at the time. But I got what it meant then. Do you now?
Well, I guess I've been acting like a real horse's patoot, huh?
No more so than usual. Look, I'll see you at work tomorrow.
Dwayne, thanks, but you keep it.
No. You keep it.
Thanks, but I don't need it anymore.
I'll pick it up outside.
Elizabeth, kids, come on, get down here. We got a lot of boxes to unpack. You don't expect me to do it all by myself, do you?
So that blue couch doesn't stay there for too terribly long. We get a sectional pretty soon. It's kind of nice seeing how the room changes over the course of the show. And one thing just occurred to me that I don't know that I've really talked about before. Just the 10 of us, this house was not always immaculately clean the way so many sitcom houses are. Like, you would see children's toys in the background and papers on the stairs from time to time, which is real and authentic. And you don't get that in a lot of shows. I also love seeing Graham with the gigantic beer can. That always just amuses me.
Good night, sweetheart.
Oh, good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
Good night.
I love you.
Love you, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Good night, Mom.
Okay, good night.
Love you.
Good night.
Go, Dad.
Oh, Well, I want a long, hot shower and a nice, warm bed.
Sounds good. I'll lock the door. You know something, honey? All these years I've been dreaming about a place where we can go to bed at night and not have to lock the doors. I think we finally found it.
Oh, this is going to be such a happy home, Grant.
It already is.
Welcome to our world. Won't you let us in? Miracles are step into our heart.
Just the 10 of us will continue in a moment. Happen to all us Lubbocks anyway. Well, I do pretty well at my new job. Where's English? I was hired to teach English.
No, you were hired to teach in English.
And I'll be covering Spanish dos. While Mr. Clemente is straightening out his little citizenship misunderstanding. JR makes new friends. Elizabeth and I make new friends. Phys ed, English, history, et al.
And Elizabeth Lubbock, pregnant.
And the girls make too many new friends. Out of here now!
I mean, none of those guys fell for your breathless, hungry act. It's not an act.
Watch as we defend the honor of our daughters and the faith of our fathers. Here on our new show, Just the 10 of Us.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Shear. Meet some schoolgirls who are plotting their future in Cemetery High on USA Up All Night, tonight at midnight.
Hi, this is Bobby Catalano. Join me as we warm up for the weekend next on Dance Party USA.
All right, so I had to switch to the USA bootleg. My copy did not have closing credits or that little post-pilot preview, I guess, of what was going to happen. What can I say? I love this show, and I know a lot of you do too. We're going to keep watching it. We'll find new things to comment on. I'd like to have some fans do some reactions with me as well once I've made it through these first 9, I think. Then after that, I'd like to bring some other people in and keep doing reactions. I will say that just for 2 reasons. One, I want to space this out a little bit. Now that we've gone through the entire series, I don't want to run through it so quickly. So I'm going to release an episode or a reaction every other week. So there won't be another one for 2 more weeks, just because, again, I don't want to run through it. I want us to take small, appropriate sized bites, I guess you could say. But we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this for as long as people are watching and for as long as I find the show entertaining. And given that I've liked the show since I was 10 years old and I'm currently 44, I don't see that stopping anytime soon. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a supporter of both this channel and of Just the 10 of Us. And I will see you here in 2 weeks.